Hello, how are you doing, sunflowers? It's your girl, India Suri, and I'm here today to talk about the tragic death of Shanquella Robinson. I would like to say passing of Shanquella Robinson. I would like to send my condolences to the family, first of all. I know that you are in such pain, and I will be praying for the family. And I truly hope that justice is served. This should be a warning for all of the young ladies and also young men out there to be careful and to feel the energy of the room. Feel people's energy. I'm waiting for some people to come in here. I've been gone for a while, for like a week. I've been out for a week. But I'm back, y'all. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Yes, it's the fun girl. I want to start off with the serious stuff and get my condolences out. And then I wanted to get a little, loosen up a little bit. But I'm going to be reading an article about the latest news about Shanquella Robinson. I'm going to call her Quella Robinson. And I'm going to be reading from the Jasmine brand. So it says, Shanquella Robinson. New police report states Robinson was alive when help arrived and friends declined doctor's suggestion to have her transferred to a clinic. Wow. That is very interesting. And new details have emerged in the ongoing investigation of Quella Robinson's passing. According to a recent report from Radar Online, the police documentation of what happened in the time leading up to Robinson's death seemingly contradicts previous stories. As previously reported, 25-year-old Shanquella Robinson heartbreakingly was unalived while vacationing in Cabo with friends last month. Details surrounding her death have shocked people everywhere, as it's been speculated that her friends may have been involved. Yes, they were involved. Shame on them. I hope that they get put in jail as soon as possible. And this is just my opinion. Though the individuals initially claimed Robinson died of alcohol poisoning, the autopsies revealed that the Charlotte resident suffered from a spinal cord injury. Shame on them. A broken neck. Shame on them. Subsequently, a video circulated that appears to show Robinson being brutally attacked prior to her being unalived. They brutally attacked her while she was unclothed, which is very savage. Like savage. Savage. So that's why I put on the dump tag, when your friends are really your frenemies. At the end, I'm going to be giving a couple story times to, give some reference to how, I've experienced that kind of stuff. But for right now, we're going to focus on her, and it's all going to come together and relate together at the end. It's reported that the attackers and the individual recording were friends of Robinson, frenemies of Robinson, whom she had traveled to Mexico with. Reports state that individuals also claimed that their travel mate had unalived shortly after doctors arrived. That's what they said. The frenemy said that. However, the recently released police report seemed to contradict that. Why wouldn't they think they are so silly and immature? They really thought they was gonna get away with, doing Quilla like that. They really thought. They really thought that they was gonna get away with it. Silly, silly, silly kids. Reportedly, police state that the friends called for help around 2:13 p.m. local time on October the 29th. Dr. Caroline Brisky Orinis Cortines of the American Medicine Center, I mispronounced her name, reportedly arrived an hour later. The doctor told police that she was informed Robinson had drunk a lot of alcohol and was stable initially, though dehydrated. Reportedly, Quintes then suggested that she treat Robinson at a nearby clinic. However, her friends reportedly request that she remain at the villa. How dare they? How dare they deny their friend medical assistance? Savage. They are savages. People, be careful out there. It's some very, very wicked, wicked people. Even if it was an accident, they should have allowed her to go to be seen at a clinic. Obviously, it wasn't an accident. If it was an accident, it would have been nothing for them to hide. The police further stated the doctor remained at the villa for hours until Robinson began seizing, noting that her breathing ability decreased and her pulse lowered. And the report read, at this point, the patient's friend named Winter Donovan, the one on the thumbtack, called 911 to request an ambulance. Administered a total of 14 rounds of CPR. Do you believe that she administered that? I don't think so. Well, the paramedics. Okay, it's the paramedics. Sorry, y'all. It's the paramedics. The paramedics administered. Let me get back to the paramedics administered a total of 14 rounds of CPR, 5 doses of adrenaline, and 6 discharges of AED shocks without success. The document, written in Spanish, continued. Despite their efforts, I'm going to just call her Dr. G, declared Robinson unalive at 5:57 p.m. Robinson's parents have increasingly speculated that foul play was involved in their daughter's death. As we reported, the family is gearing up for a financial battle as they seek answers about how their loved one tragically lost her life. Reportedly, the FBI is currently investigating Robinson's passing. No arrests have been made at this time. No arrests have been made. But can you believe these savages? These people that Willa thought that was her friends. These people that I've heard that she was treating them to a trip. The girl had her stuff together. Let me tell you one thing, people will try to and use you use you if they know that you're a good person. That girl did that out the kindness of her heart. Because they said the villa was in her name. So shame on them. I personally think that it was premeditated. I think they set out to attack her. Maybe one person was just like, something is behind their motive. It's their motive. It could have been jealousy. Like I said, jealousy. If y'all watched my previous videos, jealousy can make people hurt people, unalive people. But I think it was more than jealousy. It could have just been jealousy. Maybe the girls were already jealous, and then, maybe the guys got in their ear. But one thing I could tell you about from my experience, I'm always going to tell things from my perspective and my experience. I am 33 years old. I've been on this earth 33 years. I have experienced a lot in the last 13 years of my life. I have experienced so much. It all started when I was 20 years old. I have experienced a lot. And Quilla could have been me at one time. Could have been me at one time. So when I heard this, her story brought back PTSD. It brought it back. It brought it back in my mind. And all I could do was cry, you know, because I was thinking, like, man, I wish I was her friend. You know, I, I wish I was her big sister. I wish I was like her mentor or something, somebody, so I could have let her know about these people, about their energies. Because lately I've been able to feel people's energy. My discernment has been leveled up from me going through my situation. It has increased. So my discernment is way up, and I when I walk into certain rooms, my feet step into certain rooms, I feel the energy. Like I could feel if people are, you could just feel people's aura. I could feel people's auras and their energy, and sometimes it just doesn't feel right. And when it doesn't feel right, I just walk out of the situation. Or I just don't even say anything, but I know to stay away from those people because their energy, they smile in your face, but I can sense that they're not being genuine and they're not being real. So I wish that that she had a friend like me, or that she had someone, that could have told her, about these people, because maybe they weren't showing signs, because people are so fake. Maybe they weren't showing signs of, hating on her, but maybe they was doing a little sneak dissing, a little picking, a little teasing, maybe. But she probably just was like, that's just how they act, She probably was just shrugging it off, because that's how I used to be. But now I just I just dash. Like if I feel like someone doesn't want to be around me, or I feel their energy is negative towards me, or I feel energy towards them, I try to separate myself from them. It's a lot of people with bad auras out here, like evil auras. Like they try to come on and act like they're your friend so they can get information on you, and so they can, gossip about you and gossip about you with their other friends. I've had that happen where I thought, an individual was my friend, but she really wasn't my friend. Before, let's go back to Quilla. I will talk about that later. But for them to deny her medical attention, they are evil and they deserve everything that they get. They are going to get caught soon. They are going to jail soon. It may be by the end of December, it may be December, but they're going to jail. And their bonds are going to be so high that their family not going to be able to get them out of there. I hope the bond is set so high that their family is not going to be able to get them out of jail. Because for you, I hate when people get together and, well, not hate. I really dislike when people get together and they gang up on people. I see that all the time. People get together and they gang up on people because they're bullies. They can't do, well, they're cowards. They can't do anything by themselves. If one of them had an issue with her, they should have came to her individually and said something instead of taking it to a violent measure. Even if it was an accident, then they would have let the doctors take her to the clinic. They would have tried to get her help. They sat there and watched that girl suffer. And they got the nerve to be hiding out. The devil is probably right in their backs right now. I know they're not even able to sleep. Well, maybe they're able to sleep because people do wicked stuff all the time and they're able to sleep. I've had people do such wicked stuff to me and I know they're able to sleep. You know, I've seen people do all kind of stuff. And it's just like, wow, how dare you? Who are you to think that you can take someone's life? That you could beat someone like you are their owner, like you own them. Who did they think that they were? And they thought that they were going to get away with it. They didn't feel like her mom and her dad deserved what happened. They are completely disgusting. They're disgusting human beings, and it's people out there just like them that are disgusting. So many people out there like that. That's why you have to be careful, young women. That's why you have to be careful, young men. Everybody is not your friend. They just associates. You have associates that you hang out with that. You go shopping with them, but and you go on trips with them, but you don't tell them none of your business. And you always need to make sure you got something on you. No matter where I go, except when I go to my job, because I can't. I always have some type of protection on me. I have been through so much, y'all. And when I heard this, I was like, that could have been me. I've had people do wish so much stuff on me, do so much stuff to me that I thought that were my friends, and I'm glad that I never, they were never able to, get me somewhere foreign, like in a foreign country or whatever, and, try to hurt me or anything. But I believe some of them would have tried to. That's how much, hate and evilness they had towards me, you know. And so that's why this case really related to me. I felt so sad because I felt like nobody parents deserved that. Nobody deserved what happened to. She did not deserve that. She did not deserve to be beaten on while she's unclothed. She did not deserve to be. They they humiliated that. They was trying to humiliate that girl, and they end up unaliving her. All because of what? Probably jealousy. They probably thought that she thought she was better than them. Or they probably just, they probably had something, you knew something about one of them. You just never know what people motives are. But they cowards because they couldn't do that where they was at. They couldn't do it in America. They're cowards. They waited till they got there. They are cowards, dirty dogs. And the one on the thumbtack, they said that one right there was the one allegedly who had the final blow. I believe that she may not get as much jail time as that other girl, Dejanay, whatever her name is, Dejanay Dajay, you know, child, whatever her name is. She is going to get the most. Watch what I say. That Dejanay girl, she's going to get the whole thing. That little one on that little winter on the picture, oh no. She going to get less time than that Dejanay. Watch what I say. Watch what I say. And she going to be the first one to start whistling. The first one to start telling on them. She probably already there starting to tell on them. She probably already went to the FBI and started to tell on them. Watch what I say. It's gonna be her. She gonna play the victim, and she gonna make it seem like they made her do that, or that other girl made her do that. Dejanay is gonna get the brunt of everything. Everybody else, they not gonna. She gonna get the brunt of everything. The one with the baby. Like, girl, why would you be fighting? You got a baby at home. You got stuff to lose. Why would you be fighting and then be fighting so in another country? First of all, they don't like us over there in another country. And being so violent. Like, whatever you had against her, you could have waited till you got home and took care of that. But you was a coward. You was scared that because she was gonna have her family and she was gonna have protection there where she lives at. She either be ashamed of herself. Not her child's not gonna have a mom. Probably don't got a daddy anyway. The daddy probably somewhere, be doing what daddies do. Most daddies do. All because she wanted to show off on social media and be a ratchet girl. And the girl didn't even want to fight her. Even if the girl wanted to fight her, why would you be fighting in a foreign country? They don't like us there. You know they knew they was gonna go to jail. That's why they tried to hide it. They didn't want to go to that jail. But they gonna go to jail. They bail gonna be set high too. They wrote a check they can't even cash. They don't know, they have no idea what they gonna be going through. Especially the one that was fighting on the camera. They set her up. They set her up, honey. They really got her. They did her a doozy, and she thought she was just all that. Them boys don't. That's what guys do. They sit around. They sit back. They instigate stuff. I know that from my experience. They sit back. They instigate stuff. From my own experience, they instigate stuff. They want to see. They want to see women fight. They like to see that. You looking all ratchet. You fighting somebody that don't even want to fight you. That girl ought to be ashamed of herself. She is a girl and not a woman. She might have a baby, but she is not a woman. She is a girl. But let me tell y'all this. I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. Watch what I say. That winter one is gonna try to play the victim. She gonna try to get away with everything. And that girl Dejanay, she gonna be the one that gets the brunt of everything. Watch what I say. Y'all see it. They got evidence of her. That's why they put the video out. And the boys egging it on. I really believe it was premeditated. But they have to prove that. But I'm gonna tell y'all a little story time. And I'ma log out after this. I'm gonna tell y'all a couple stories. My throat getting a little dry, y'all. So when I was 21, I was in college. I had this girl who I thought was my friend, and I used to hang out with her and her sister and this one guy, right? The one guy we had previously, had I don't know if we like dated. I guess yeah, we dated, but I don't know, like maybe a date or two, or whatever. And then we became friends afterward. It didn't work out. We just became friends. So, um, I guess he still had feelings for me. He still liked me. And I guess one of the little sister and the big sister maybe liked him too. So they were jealous because he would do like little special stuff for me, right? He would do little special stuff for me. And they attacked me. We were downtown in my hometown on a place called River Street. Those girls attacked me. The two sisters, they attacked me. They put off my wig. Yeah, girl, they put off my wig. They put off my wig. They tried to attack me. It got physical. The ambulance came, the police came, and I was on my way to starting a new job, so I didn't need anything on my record. So, I didn't press any charges because they said if I pressed charges, they were going to press charges. So, I didn't press charges. But the way that those girls acted, I thought they were my friends. We spent so much time together. We would spend almost every day hanging out with each other. Like every day. I would spend time with those girls every day. We were real close. And it was just, and I met them through another friend. And it was just crazy how they just acted. And he knew me before them, and he took their side. And I had to get my dad to come pick me up and everything like that. I still didn't learn about, hanging out with, females and calling everybody my friend. I still didn't learn at that time. After that, I still didn't learn. So then, maybe about when I was 26, 27, I met this girl. We worked together. She, we were real close friends. I thought we were friends. I thought we were friends. She would get very drunk, and she would try to abuse me. I put up with it 2 or 3 times. And then it was this third time. We had a Christmas party for my job. And we had some Don Holy. She, we were going back to back, taking shots and stuff. I got like really sick and stuff. And so instead of her, I'm not saying she had to stay with me, but she never called and checked up on me or anything. Instead of her, like, she never texted or called or checked up on me or anything. She left me in the room. I almost choked on my vomit, and I almost died in that room. And she came back and she tried to fight me. She tried to fight me before that. She tried to fight me afterwards. And there was some other people there. And I would notice every time she would try to like be abusive towards me, it was when other people was around. And so, I just left her alone after that. I just decided that we couldn't be friends or whatever. So years go by. Maybe 2 or 3 years go by. She's pregnant, right? She's pregnant. Another girl who I thought was my friend was pregnant too. And don't you know, them heifers tried to jump me? Them heifers tried to jump me. They were pregnant, and they were trying to jump me over some foolishness about he said, she said. It was a friend who was having it. She wasn't my friend. She was a friend of the girl who I thought was my friend that was pregnant. Well, let's just do it. Okay. Let me just put the name. So it was we gonna say, so it was a girl, her name was Bama. She was friends with the girl named Amber. Okay, so Amber, she wasn't my friend, but I came to the baby shower. So Amber and Marilyn was friends. And me and Marilyn used to be friends. She was the one that, used to be abusive towards me, used to get really drunk and, tried to abuse me a couple times. And then the last time I almost like choked on my phone and died. And so I just stopped hanging out with her because she didn't check on me. And then when she came back in there and I said, I was in here sick and you never checked on me, she wanted to fight me. So because there was other people around. So um Marilyn, I guess she was friends with Amber, and Amber still invited me because I was friends with Bama. And Bama, when we got there, Bama was just showing out in front of these people. When I say she was showing out, she was showing her butt. She was trying to pick at me, trying to say stuff, saying that her son didn't like me. She was saying, I remember it just like it was yesterday, because when I when I heard about the story about Quilla, I was like, dang, that's how them girls was trying to do me, except they was pregnant. And so the simple fact that those girls were just jealous. They were jealous. Well, Bama obviously was jealous of me, and she was trying to be messy with Amber. Amber, I don't know why Amber had an issue with me. I just, to this day, it was all about jealousy. All of them was jealous. Marilyn, I cut her off, so that's why she was mad at me, and she was always jealous and always had a problem with me. But and I never said nothing else to her because I just didn't want to deal with that violence and that toxicity. So Bama tried to fight me. Marilyn, they was outside my house and all of them was trying to fight me. It was some other guys that was there. I mean, they weren't my friends. We wasn't we were friendly, but we weren't friends yet. They they sat there and watched it, and it was a pool around, and I just got up and I walked off. I was like, I'm not about to fight two pregnant chicks. What would I look like? And why is they trying to fight me? And they pregnant. And they got other kids. That's why I say that girl, Dejanay, she is a silly and sad soul. If anything, why would you try to, once you got children, you don't got time to be out there fighting. I would never fight nobody. I'm at the age I would never fight nobody, but even if I would have had my baby younger, I wouldn't have been trying to fight nobody. I just would have been calling the police and saying that they assaulted me. That's the best way to get back at anybody, is just to call the police on them and say that they try to assault you. No need to argue. Let them put their hands on you. Because that's what I was going to do when we was at that little baby shop. I was going to let them girls put their hands on me. But then I thought about it. They're pregnant, so they was going to play the victim. You know what I'm saying? And I was going to look like the bad guy. They always want me to look like the bad guy. Chung Lee. I had to do that. Sorry, y'all. I know it's supposed to be serious, but I had to do that. Shout out to Nicki Minaj. But yeah, they wanted me to be the bad guy. Chung Lee. But yeah. And then when I got pregnant, I had a lady that was trying to fight me. I had baby daddies. My baby daddy tried to fight me. When I was pregnant, a lady tried to fight me at my. She didn't work at my job, but she worked in the same vicinity, around the same location where my job was at. She tried to fight me when I was pregnant. Nobody defend me. Everybody act like it was normal. That is not normal for somebody to be violent like that. I guess she didn't take her meds or whatever. She was mad because of traffic. And she said I was driving slow the whole time. It was some craziness. But I'm like, so for me now, I consider everybody an associate. I really don't have no friends. I have one best friend that I knew when I was a freshman in college. And we are still friends to this day. And she is my daughter's godmother. But everybody else, they associates, we're friends, but would I trust them to would I trust them with my life? No. Would I trust them with the real business, the real tea? No. So I just want to tell these stories to let y'all know that anybody can end up just like Quilla was. Anybody can end up in that type of situation. That's why you have to be careful and know who you are around and be aware of your surroundings. Because people can switch up like this, because they already had, like, they those people already had some kind of hate and jealousy in their heart towards her, and they was just waiting on one little thing for them to switch. And that's how my situations were. And I thank God every day that you know I didn't end up in that type of situation she was put in, because that could have been me if I wouldn't have walked away, if I would have continued to be friends with those people and continue to put myself in those situations with those people. But people, violence is not the way. Balance is not the way. We need to be loving on each other. The climate is changing. All kind of stuff is changing. We need to be loving on each other. Especially my people, we need to be loving on each other. We already have enough adversity against us. But for us to be hurting each other and, unaliving each other over silliness, jealousy, gang activity, I don't know what it was about. But they are some savages, and that was savage. Savage behavior. They are really demonic people. And they didn't have anything to lose. The only girl that had something to lose was Quilla, and the one with the baby, sayhername. Silly, silly, silly girl. You gonna leave your child without a mother because you wanted to be involved in some foolishness, because you was jealous, or you just felt like you had to boss up on her. You had to show her. The girl was pleading for her life. She was telling y'all she didn't want to fight. And Winter, she gonna play the victim. Oh yeah, she gonna play the victim. She gonna try. She gonna find her. She gonna weasel her way out there. Either she might try to unlive herself. You never know. But she gonna try to weasel herself out, not going to jail. And you know who is gonna go? Dejanay and the rest of them. They wait to gang up on that on baby girl when she ain't around her family and she ain't as familiar a familiar area. That's when they wait to do that, because they cowards. A lot of people are cowards. That's how people would do me. They would wait until I'm not in the familiar area. But now I always have me something with me. So if anybody want to try anything, baby, I got it, honey. I got it. I got it, and I call on you. I call on you. Just touch me, bump me. I'm going to call the boys on you. I don't care what nobody say, because I'm not going to jail over no foolishness. I got a baby to take care of. I got stuff to lose. I got a whole life ahead of me. I don't fight over no guy. I'm not gonna fight over nothing. If you don't, and that's how we have to be women. We have to weigh the cost. Because they probably thought that nothing was gonna happen to her. But they unalived her and they're going to jail. And then the fact that they hid it, even if it was an accident, they going to jail. And they gonna always remember Quilla. Quilla is going to haunt them for the rest of their lives. So be careful what you do to people and how you treat people. Be careful. I just I was just so emotional when I heard this story. I had to wait a whole week to talk about it. Everybody was talking about it. Everybody was giving their perspective. And I was just like, no, not another senseless unaliving happening amongst my people. So y'all gotta stay prayed up, gotta stay positive, and listen to your intuition and ask whomever you pray to for discernment. And just be on the alert. Always, always have a plan. B, C. Always know the exits of everywhere you going. Because people is crazy out here. And I just want to send my condolences to the Shanquella Robinson's family, all of the content creators that have been doing stuff to help, you know, help the FBI, to help, you know, put her name out there. Say her name, because her name needs to be said. She did not deserve that. Nobody deserves to be beat on and treated like a savage. Nobody deserves that. And on that note, y'all, please like, subscribe, and comment. Get your girl in the algorithm. It's your crazy best friend. It's the fun girl. It's India Zuri. And remember to don't let nobody take your joy. And don't try to take no one else's joy because you not feeling good or you not feeling good. And remember to mind the business that pays you. And remember to love your ops because your ops know not what they do. Y'all have a good night, a good day, a good afternoon, whatever suits you, a good morning. And remember that you gotta glow, you gotta shine, and you gotta be you, and you got to glow, honey, glow, sis, glow, bro. Now y'all have a good evening. Peace.